I'm 18 years old, I'm trying to graduate high school, and work was getting in the way. So I'm kind of in the shifting process of prioritizing my school over my work, which is why I discontinued working at my other job, because it was just between the two. It was hard, I was falling behind. Since I moved here, and I am so glad I moved here because it's amazing. I have caught up so much. If I would have stayed in the brick and mortar school, I probably wouldn't have graduated for like another 2 years.
Falcon Virtual Academy is in its 3rd year of existence, and we have transitioned from a full virtual academy to a blended academy serving kids in kindergarten through 12th grade and sometimes even beyond that into their 13th year. We've developed a system that allows us to meet kids where they're at academically and allow us to build a system that will work for them. So we've really backed off on any type of a predetermined type of student that fits our model. We think we can make it work for all kids.
It's a really nice situation here at Falcon Virtual Academy because we do get to meet the needs of all students, whether they be in need of remediation or acceleration. And so students who are needing, gifted and talented programs, we focus a lot on blended learning, and we also focus on project-based learning here at Falcon Virtual Academy. So kids take their learning and they're able to apply it into real-world projects. And when kids take that knowledge and they apply it to real-world projects, they actually have a longer lifelong learning as opposed to memorizing for a state test or for a quiz or an assessment. Our teachers interact with our students in a multitude of ways. Because we run a blended facility, they're in the building 2 days a week, and they're fully accessible to the kids on those days, whether it be through a blended learning program or actual content teaching. In addition to that, they're available online through their Illuminate, their Blackboard Collaborate classrooms, and that's a couple times a week. And they're also available via phone, text, and email.
My name is Whitney. I am a senior at Falcon Virtual Academy. I've started writing ever since I was in 3rd grade, and it's just kind of carried on from there. I have a published book in loving memory that just recently came out in January. Wasn't easy to get done, but it was well worth the wait, because that has been my lifelong dream, to be a published author. So now I get to do what I want for a living.
Whitney Lee Hatfield.
The Falcon Virtual Academy is a 100% choice school. We accept all kids kindergarten through 12th grade. And the way that we work is we break our program into a K8 component and a 9-12 component. We schedule all of our K8 families to come in based on academic need. So we may work in small groups with their teacher, we may work individually one-on-one, or it could be a very large group, especially if we see a big math component or reading component that we have to address. At the secondary level, we try to schedule, but we also encourage our high school kids to take ownership in their own education, so they come in when they need support. We had a vision, and the vision that we always kind of referred to was we wanted an environment that was Google meets Starbucks. And so we wanted a place that was about collaboration, it was about human interaction, and also felt comfortable like a Starbucks, so kids would want to come in here. And so how do you do that with kindergartners through 12th grade was really our challenge. And so working with the architects, we sat down and had vision boards and talked about what we wanted. Collaboration, 21st century skills. We want kids to feel an environment that's comfortable. And so when we found this facility, Kim McClellan, who was our assistant superintendent innovation leader, was out touring the neighborhood with board members and found this facility. And it was an old warehouse, and big open spaces have always been what I focused on in education, because you can do whatever you want with it. And so when you come into our building, you're going to notice that there's learning spaces. There's a spot here. It's not identified as math or K5 or English. It's just a spot. And so we have taken those learning spaces and we have used them to our advantage depending on what we do every week.
I know this is working in our district because I can see that students are engaged and they're happy and they're loving learning again. When I come into Falcon Virtual Academy or I go into any of the schools who are providing online courses to their students, students are engaged, they have smiles on their faces, they are excited to learn again. They talk about, you can sit down and talk with them and they say, our teachers, I know my teachers better than I have ever known before and I feel valued. I feel like I am learning something, and so that's something that's really important to me, and that gives me more satisfaction than any percentage on a state test or anything like that. The other way that I know is that our student scores are going up. We do see some success in our, a lot of success I should say, in our blended program, and how students who are their needs are being met one-on-one, those students are improving in terms of all of their test scores. So, but the primary one for me is knowing that students are feeling valued.
May 17th, I graduate. I graduate high school. Hopefully. I'm pretty sure, but I graduate high school. And honestly, it's all thanks to FBA. It's thanks to the staff. It's just this whole foundation, it's solid. I mean, I tried to crack it and I couldn't, but I graduate and I'm so excited. I couldn't be happier, and it's not only for me, but I'm doing it just to show my mom that I can do it. I've been on a roller coaster, and I made it. I graduated.
Oh my gosh, I feel so accomplished. I can't believe I'm here. I did it.